Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 Focused PvP. Let's just adjust that a wee bit. There we go. Dropping the in-game volume a tad. Are you ready now, Jimmy? Okay, I'll walk forward instead of doing what I intended. Okay, Jimmy, jeez. You know, I was doing really good at the start of that fight, and then once he pulled out that weapon, I just completely failed so hard to avoid it. It's such a huge weapon. For a curved sword, it's really, really long, and it always throws me off. I don't know what it is about that one. I really struggle to deal with it. Still, double KO to start off. Not a bad way to start. Still managed. I do like this weapon. I like its running attacks. It's a little bit more frilly than the other curved, not curved swords, but the other, well, curved swords, yeah, but paired curved swords. I do, however, wish that this flowed a little bit more nicely, the running L1 into L1. It would make it look better. Just did something slightly different instead. Is that a Corvi and a great knife? Damage on that thing though. Damn, why didn't mine do that much damage? Can that not be parried? Good use of the great knife. I'm very confused why mine didn't even deal close to that much damage when I used it, but very good use of it. Wow. Like, that was dealing significant chunks of my health. That was an easy 200-ish damage per hit. And mine, I don't remember dealing that high of a hit on a regular basis. Wonder what was different. Did they buff it recently? Did they buff it since I last used it? I mean, I suppose it's possible, because he did go for a lot of trades. It is possible that the majority of those were Leo encounters. Still, wow. And that does just go to show, damage on this weapon is kind of bad. I mean, it's split a ton, and yes, it shows a high attack rating, but that just goes to show attack rating is far from everything. Like, this weapon's damage output, individual hits are really bad, so something to be careful of. You gotta be able to chain your attacks together, get some good combos. That's really the only way to be overly successful with these things. So it's good against slow weapons, not against fast weapons. I'll take that. That's good enough. That was close. Good fight. You know, last episode I swear I saw someone named Triss Marigold, and now I'm seeing someone named Geralt. Tomorrow I'm going to start playing The Witcher and working on uploading that to the channel. That's the plan. It will happen. So we're going to go from an episode of this per day, plus another random thing on occasion, to an episode of this, plus an episode of The Witcher every day, hopefully. That would be ideal. In practice, it'll probably end up being The Witcher every other day or every couple of days. I still want to start doing more Isaac too, and I still have to work on the Technomancer now that I have it and can actually record it. So I won't even be able to upload that. I just need to try it out, make a backlog of it possibly. Stone Parma, fun weapon. Shield. Thing. Ooh, solid parry. Not every day you see that actually done successfully. No, I'm not going to come in immediately on that for me. Death. I noticed my stamina was too low, a little too late. Gotta say though, you're not very Geralt-y. You don't have, you know, the white hair. Maybe you do, but it's kind of hidden. I don't see what you're going for there. Maybe it's something related to the DLC. That's what I'm talking about, playing through. Not the full game. I've already played through everything. I have that game 100% done, except for the DLC that just came out. So, yeah. I'm not going to invest the time ever again to do that. Even though it's done on PS4 and not PC. I don't have the glorious PC graphics and Master Race stuff going on right there. Just being a console peasant, as they say. Which is really kind of mean, in all honesty. Like, not everyone can afford that shit. Getting a good gaming PC is expensive. Like, sure, you can make a gaming PC for the same price as a console, if not a little bit more expensive, just for the sake of, you know, making it actually good. But even still, you're not going to be running it at the highest graphical settings. Buffs for days. I can't even tell what sword that is. Dude. I talked about this last time, didn't I? Fun fight, friend. Fun fight. Running away and then pressing R1. Bravo. And spamming parry because I tried to parry him. That's cute. That's cute, guys. You know, I'm not even going to get into it this time. I'm not even going to bother. I've said it enough frequently. I'm not even going to bother. This weapon switching time. Let's pull out the Claymore, get some nice counter hits. I've got my Leo ring on already. Now I just need to summon. That's all that I need. But yeah, overall, I really don't like these things. Like, the moveset's cool, but they're just not very practical or viable or anything. They're just not great. I'm not a fan. Simple as that. But it is what it is. I'm already thinking ahead to the next episode. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm being a forward-thinking individual. See, I want to use spears, but on the other hand, I don't really want to use spears because they're all kind of boring. Like, I've used all of the fun spears that exist in the game. All, like, 3 of them. Maybe I'll pick up the Dragon Slayer spear. Oh, fun. He really did not make good use of that great shield at all. Wow. I expected that to be a lot worse than it was. The other longsword guy was a bigger pain to fight than he was. Like, I want to use spears, but I want to use a fun spear. I mean, I suppose I could use the Dragon Slayer sword spear, but that thing is way too common and I don't want to do it. I'll have to eventually. I mean, I already used the Warden Twin Blades, to be fair. So I might as well just do it and get it over with. But what to use with it? That's the question. Actually, I don't think I've used a hand axe yet. We might use the hand axe next time. I'm probably not going to use that spear, for the record. We already did the Earthel Rapier. I don't think we've done Ricards. I thought you were in range. Oh boy. That hit though. That was good. That was a good one. So, I actually don't think that we've used Ricards. I am going to check. We have used Ricards. Never mind there. There goes that thought. And I know we used the standard rapier. The S-Stock was used briefly to get a point across. Katana-wise, I could use Bloodlust. I could use the Chaos Blade. That would go over well. I see you have a crossbow, friend. Ow. Solid hit. And there's the kill. Good use of the sword. That gets the job done. Made a very bad trade in the beginning of that. Everything kind of went downhill from there. And he was playing defensively with it, which is the way to do it. Lets him take advantage of the hyper armor frames, lets him go for attacks after I've made my attempt. Reactive play with greatswords is unfortunately one of the most successful and hard to deal with ways to use them. That's where a lot of people mess up with greatswords. They end up getting aggressive with them, which is exactly what I do, because that's how I like to play. And then it makes them get low on stamina, and then they're in a dangerous position. Simple as that. And I'm guilty of doing that myself. But, like I said, I just like to play aggressively. Still, I shouldn't have gone for that trade earlier on. And I should have stood still and parried him when he did the charge those times. A washing pole. No, you're not going to be that close. Okay. Really? Only 122 damage? That's better. Running attacks and R1s. Katana users 101. You know, in a way, this game is starting to really kind of get boring to me, as much as I hate to say it, because I feel like I'm fighting the same thing over and over and over. Yes, there's a few unique ones in there, but I feel like I'm getting the same fights over and over and over, and that's disappointing. People need to realize, yes, you can do a decent job of fighting with non-meta weapons. Like, that's why I started doing the showcases to begin with. As I was saying about meta weapons. It gets boring. Like, there's so much you can do with weapons in this game. There are so many options. And most people use the same ones over and over and over and over. It's just a bit disappointing, guys. Still, it is what it is. Gotta work with what we've got. And so we will. Another katana. Not overly long. That's gonna be a chaos blade. Come on, that was giving you a free opportunity to do a charge. Called it on the chaos blade part, by the way. Knew he'd go for a parry, so I did a kick. Threw off his timing, and that was simple enough. And that's the thing with a lot of weapons. There's a lot of universal combos or pseudo combos you can do. For example, the R1 jump attack that I do all the time. It works so reliably. And it's just something that you can count on for the majority of fights, and it just sort of becomes a pattern that you just fall into. A habit that you develop. And once you develop that habit, first off, you know, that's all well and good because you can use it on reaction very easily. And that was unique. That's not something you see every day. Going from an Irithyll Rapier to... what was it that he switched to? Onikiri Nubidachi, which I am surprised he hyper-armored through my attack, because he was not very far into his own. And then switching to Yorms. Not something you see every day. Fights like that are what keep me going in this game. They honestly are. And maybe it's just something due to the area where I'm summoning players. That very well could be it. We will have to move to another area and see if there's a difference in playstyle, because I am very curious about that. It's just that this is the bigger area for summoning. That's the thing about it. So we'll have to try the first Lothric bonfire sometime soon. That was my elbow for the record. This one does it too. So, yeah. We'll have to try out that other bonfire sometime soon. See if there's a little more creativeness. Another Chaos Blade? Shocking. Chaos Blades, though. Derpington the Second. Sir Derpington the Second, to you. So yeah, next time we'll do that. We'll switch over to a new area. We'll try that out and see how well it goes. And what do I want to use next time? Like, let's actually confirm. We'll use the barbed sword. And we'll use the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear, just to get it done. Onikiri Nubidachi. Never would have guessed that would be something I'd see tonight. Yay for L1s and L2s. It's all the same, guys. It's all the same. Went from Goddard swords to Onikiri Nubidachi and claws. What do you think's next? Do you think that they'll actually adjust Onikiri Nubidachi and the claws? Make it so that their skill isn't as stupid? Or what? What do you think the next addition to the meta will be? I'm just gonna take a guess on it. I'm gonna say that it'll be spears. It will either be spears or it will be reapers. Because reapers are in fact in need of a buff. My friend, I like your weapon choice. I like your choice in hammer. Made the first part of the fight actually interesting. Sir Fumblebucks. I do like the moveset on these. I really do. Hello, friend. No? Okay. That's supposed to be a jump attack, but that's fine. Can't use that much stamina, friend. Doesn't end well. I saw how many times he had rolled and knew that it would be a decent time to go for an attack against the shield. Figured it would work. My hunch was right. It's nice when that happens. But anyway, guys, that's where we're going to end things. So next episode, we're going to be using the Barbed Sword and the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear in a new area. So, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I really am. I'm hoping that we find more unique players. Maybe they'll be a little bit more entertaining for me personally, because I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little burned out of having the same 5 or 6 fights over and over and over and over and over day after day. It gets old. And that's, you know, that's not what I want. So, it is what it is. Either way though, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all next time.